of those minutes I will own. My fault.
All right, here we go. Slideshow time.
Now project your voice.
All right, so the slideshow is in 4 parts. 3.5 parts. Final thoughts doesn't really matter. So part 1 is going to be going over all of the data that I collected over my adventures in My Little Pony, as well as just an initial original review of what I thought. And then part 2 and 3, I'm going to go over what I think is the worst part of the show, and then the best part of the show, and then I'm done.
Give us your final thoughts, though.
I will. I'll throw that in there. Part 1 is just this. Okay, for a little background, the reason this all started is because Caleb wouldn't stop talking about Magic the Gathering while we were playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I was like, Magic? Yeah, I can do that. So I started playing Magic the Gathering and discovered Twilight Sparkle's main ability, which is that if you have all of the other ponies on the table, you can just win. And not just you win, everybody wins. And Caleb and his friends are like hyper competitive in Magic the Gathering, and they have this Google sheet where they count the wins that everybody has. And I would just completely destroy the scaling if everybody started getting wins, if I started winning with this deck. So I was so excited. And so I bought the card. Well, I didn't buy the cards. I got them as a gift. And I went on to r/MyLittlePony and said, hey guys, I've never watched this show before. I need some super niche, obscure fun facts about it to subtly drop while playing Magic the Gathering. And they were no help. So I watched the show. I haven't played Magic the Gathering since I started watching the show. So, yeah.
Boom.
Devastating
You have to
blow.
bring me to the next Magic game.
I will. I have the deck right there. If you guys wanted to look at it as a historical artifact.
Boom, please, you have to remember to bring me to Magic.
I think that might have been their intention with being incredibly vague.
Who?
The Reddit.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Do you think they were leading me on to get me to watch the show? That's...
I would. If you did that in my Reddit thread, I would absolutely say I'm not helping you watch the show.
Cool. All right. Defining a couple terms: virtue versus wisdom. So I collected data, and the primary thing I was studying was how many life lessons a given pony learned. And they each get a score based off of it. They are more virtuous if they learned less life lessons because they already had them pre-installed. But they're more wise if they had learned a bunch of life lessons, of course, the show, lived experience.
Whoa.
Any guesses as to who was the most virtuous and the most wise pony?
Pinkie Pie was probably the most wise.
Okay, I told you guys.
Yeah.
What was that?
I think Pinkie Pie's the wisest.
The wisest?
Yes.
Okay. Who do you think is the most virtuous?
The most virtuous? No, I think Pinkie Pie is the most virtuous.
Got it.
And then, Rainbow Dash is the wisest.
Wisest? Got it?
Okay, I feel like I also agree that Pinkie Pie might be the most virtuous, but I think that stinking what's her name? The shy one.
Fluttershy?
Fluttershy. She learns the most lessons.
All right, cool. Have any of you seen this show in its entirety?
Not in its entirety.
Cool.
I haven't seen a single episode.
I have probably seen a few episodes.
Okay, all right, cool.
Hey, unironically,
Well, if you
watched
need
a lot of it in high
an
school.
episode, you're like, I'll just watch any of them. I have my list of my favorite in the slideshow.
You're a real one for that.
It's Rainbow Dash, who learned the most lessons at 35.
Yeah, me!
Whoa!
And Pinkie Pie has 10 less than that. But about 30.
Main.
That's what they're called. That's the Wikipedia article is called the main 6.
Oh.
That's
I just
crazy.
I thought you were clever.
No, I'm not clever.
Someone was clever.
It's not good.
So, yeah. There's like 300 episodes of this show. I don't know where what the other lessons went.
Were there ever lessons where the whole group learned a lesson?
Yeah, I mean, I counted them for all of them.
Oh.
So
were some of them just like?
No lessons?
no, there was always a lesson.
Then you are not making you.
The math
You're
doesn't
contradicting
matter.
yourself right
I
now, man.
disagree. Do you have any guesses as to which secondary characters learned the most lessons?
Oh, secondary characters.
Like,
I don't know any secondary
Mod
characters.
Pie.
Maud Pie, you think she learned the most lessons?
Spike.
Spike?
Spike didn't learn any lessons. He was treated as subhuman.
No, he learned lessons.
Which one's Weird Al?
Cheese sandwich?
She's sandwich.
Yeah? You think he learned a lot of lessons?
I think he learned one.
You think he learned one lesson?
I think you're right.
Alright, you ready? Okay, Spike and
Apple
Apple Bloom
Bloom.
are tied
Apple Bloom.
Ah.
for 15 life lessons. Fun fact, Apple Bloom is older than Spike.
I
Dang.
thought Spike was like older than time.
No, Spike was born on the day that Twilight Sparkle got her cutie mark.
Wow.
It's kind of a weird coincidence.
Which is also the same day that Applejack got her cutie mark. And there was a flashback where Applejack didn't have a cutie mark and Apple Bloom was alive. So Apple Bloom was older than Spike.
There's those pesky implications again.
No, that's not an implication. That's fact.
Where is
Oh.
Cheese Sandwich?
Cheese Sandwich was in 2 episodes of the entire show. And in one of them, he learned a lesson.
So can we assume that the gap in the data, if we add these numbers and those last numbers together, is like other one-off side characters?
Yes.
Okay.
The rest of it is
The communists learn.
Yeah, well, Starlight Glimmer's here. She is a secondary character. She was a communist.
Uh-huh.
She could learn 9 lessons.
Is she still communist?
No.
One of her
They
lessons were to
consistent
not
her?
be a communist.
Yeah, she was like a cult leader. It was like more than communism. It was pretty cultish.
Oh.
There was like a brainwashing chamber. It was actually incredible.
Pure cinema.
A lot of like introduces of one character and then for the purpose of learning a lesson and then they move on.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway,
Then Discord is the big bad, right?
Discord is more on that later. Cool.
Cool.
Very
I'm
cool.
not super satisfied with this data. I don't know why. I thought that this would be really liberating.
Oh, honey.
I don't know. All right, but I took notes. So starting at season 5, upon Gwen's request, which I do wish I had started at season 1, I documented every lesson.
How many seasons are there?
There are 9.
Damn, you gotta rewatch the first half of the show.
That would be cool, and I might need to do that.
Yeah.
These are the look. I went back and I read through all of my notes, and it's probably like 13-page Google Doc. These are the ones I crashed out about.
So they're not your favorites, but they're the ones that you crashed out about, or is that the same thing because they made you feel something?
Okay. None of these show up on my favorites list.
Okay.
The Mean 6, I started my note by saying this episode was awesome, and yet I didn't put it on my list of my favorite episodes, and I don't know why, but I can't go back on it now.
Okay.
So, when you guys get to the list, put The Mean 6 there, but like...
With an asterisk?
Lower down. Yeah, because it doesn't belong there, but it's a great episode.
Okay.
Newbie Dash was stressful. Marks and Recreation was about how Kafka-esque their predestination is.
Predestination?
Yeah, once you get a cutie mark, that's the thing you're good at. This is the thing you're best at. And you're never going to be as good at anything else as you are at the thing you get your cutie mark in. Yes, Gwyneth.
What is Weird Al's good at? Eating sandwiches or making sandwiches?
It's a sandwich.
No, I understand that. But what is it?
I don't know. He's a party pony though. So he's like the same as Pinkie Pie. He throws parties.
Making sandwiches?
Maybe he's like
catering.
Maybe it's like a party snack, so it represents just like the fun of parties.
I don't think
I've never
sandwich
seen
when I
a
think
sandwich
parties.
as a party snack, yeah.
Okay.
They're like the little ones on the toothpicks.
Sure. Okay. Heard.
School days, I was complaining because they changed something. The mod couple, I was text to world. Surf and
Nice.
Turf was about being a child of divorce. And I thought that was crazy.
There's divorce in the My Little Pony
No,
world? I thought they all
there's
lived in harmony.
There's not, but it's
how-
really implied.
Oh.
How accurate being a child of divorce is it?
I don't know. I'm not the child of divorce.
Yes, you are.
I have to go to watch
You basically are.
So it was like the episode followed because in the My Little Pony movie, they find this. They go to the Hippogriff's kingdom, and all the hippogriffs are gone. And they go underneath the kingdom, and there's this little pool. And they go into the pool, and there's like all these sea ponies. They're like little water ponies. And the hippogriffs, the water ponies are like, yeah, we used to be hippogriffs, but there's a tyrannical emperor going around, so we all transformed into water ponies to hide. And then at the end of that movie, they defeat the tyrannical emperor by accidentally killing him. More on that later. And some of the hippogriffs were like, rad, we can be hippogriffs again. And then some of them were like, I like being a sea pony. And so this episode follows a boy whose mother says, I want to be a sea pony, and his father says, I want to be a hippogriff. And him trying to decide where he wants to live.
Oh my gosh.
I see.
I guess you can't really relate to that, can you?
So that was the whole episode. It was crazy. Nobody learned a lesson in that episode.
What did he decide?
Well, I guess he learned a lesson. Twilight Sparkle showed up and was like, hey, you don't actually have to decide. You can just like visit one and then visit the other. And he was like, oh, wow. And then that was the end of the episode.
Golly gee.
That isn't very conclusive.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't very conclusive. But it had a pretty good song in it.
Okay.
The Mean Six I wrote down because they all apologized, and thus they all learned a lesson, but none of them did the things that they apologized for. They can all gaslighted each other.
Oh my gosh.
This was an episode about Queen Chrysalis made a clone, evil
I
clone.
remember you crashing out about that.
Yeah, she made an evil clone.
Thank you for being there for him.
Of all of the ponies, and then the evil clones of the ponies did bad things, and then were eventually destroyed. But
Does that imply murder?
they were like not technically like real creatures. They turned it back into stone. They were like, she made them out of trees.
Okay.
Anyway, the main six never knew that they existed. But they kept like walking up to each other like, Rainbow Dash, why did you do that? You're the worst, you know. And they got this huge argument, and then at the end they all apologized, even though none of them did anything. And then Starlight Glimmer, who didn't even get a clone, also apologized just for the love of the game, and that's crazy.
Honestly, if I saw everybody apologizing, I absolutely would.
The beginning of the end, I was upset because their friendship with Discord is not a healthy friendship. And this is My Little Pony, and this is season 9, and Discord has been here since season 2, and they should have a good relationship. But they don't. They all hate him, and some episodes he's the worst, and some episodes he's just a silly little guy, and they still hate him, except for Fluttershy, and even Fluttershy doesn't invite him to the Christmas party. But when he shows up to the Christmas party uninvited,
Oh my gosh.
she says, I'm glad you're here. So what the heck? I don't know. I had a great time. It was really a pleasant experience to come home. This is a very busy semester for me. I was able to come up into my room and watch something really sort of simple and easy. It was delightful. And loved all the characters except for Discord sometimes.
I feel like I'm in Discord in all the friend groups that I'm in.
I don't.
To yourself.
I think you should probably watch a couple episodes before you say that.
You've never seen a single episode. You can't say that. We love.
You are only saying this because it is a disliked character, and you're being mean to yourself.
And he's fine. He's a fine character. He's implied that he ends up marrying Fluttershy.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. My favorite episodes. I gave them each one a keyword.
A couple keywords.
A couple
Phrases.
keywords. So
Crazy lore.
these are why they all made it up here.
Is what new band name I call it?
Ah!
What?
She just called Crazy Lore as a new band name.
That's a good one. Crazy Lore, like from Do Princess's Dream of
Yes.
Magic Sheep, which is a load-bearing
Yeah.
episode in this slideshow.
I thought you were bringing up the title of it being
It's a reference
being
to
an
something.
awesome title.
Do Android's Dream of Electric Sheep.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I think the recreation one too is funny.
Marks and Recreation.
They really do get it good with their titles.
Okay, one of the most important episodes in the show had one of these titles. It was called Crusaders of the Lost Mark.
Oh my god!
And it was
It
one of the
sounds like
single most turning point episodes of the show, and it was a gimmick title, and I'm really upset about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
What was that?
It sounds like that's just a reference to Indiana Jones.
It is.
Yeah.
But it was like the turning point for these three characters to like, they got their cutie marks, and that was their whole goal for like the first 5 seasons of the show. But it was a gimmick title, so it made it seem like a really like just goofy, gimmicky episode.
That's sad.
Yep.
Hold on,
Yeah, you guys can document this if you ever want to watch any of these. I say sad. Sad is probably a bad way to describe it. I'm just bad at identifying my feelings, but I watched the episode and I felt something.
We're so proud of you for trying.
So I called that
Feel
sad.
your feelings, babe.
Even though Going to See It was a joke episode, and it was about jokes the whole time, I still felt something.
like melancholy,
like
Introspective.
well, yeah, like Going to See It is about Apple Bloom trying to hunt down like a leprechaun, or like this My Little Pony equivalent of like a mythical creature that like comes and does mischief or whatever. And Applejack is like, you're wasting time. Like Applejack is like all business, and then Applejack realizes that she has lost her whimsy, and
That is sad.
and so she decides to go and hunt leprechauns, and she learns that you're never too old to go and hunt leprechauns.
That's the lesson.
That was the lesson.
Did they catch a leprechaun?
No.
So they're losers. Just kidding.
Cool.
For legal reasons.
Best songs. Oh, by the way, these were both in order of appearance. So like Mod Seed is the earliest of my favorite
Oh,
episodes.
nice.
Last Problem is the last episode of the show. And then The Best Night Ever is the earliest song that I was like, wait a second, I kind of like this song. And On the Road to Friendship is the last one.
How many songs came before Best Night Ever?
Like 6.
6 or maybe 7.
6 or maybe 7. A lot of the season 1 songs were probably like 20 seconds long. And it was like Pinkie Pie singing what she's doing.
Which we all do.
Which we all do, but like it wasn't that really good of a song.
That's fair.
Damn, Boone.
I'd say of these songs, my favorite is probably Pinkie's Present Master, although it is a Christmas song. Well, One More Day is also a Christmas song. On the Road to Friendship has a killer remix on YouTube that some random person did. And if I could count it, the remix would be my favorite out of all of these.
That's fascinating.
Yes. Legend of Everfree is the only Equestria Girls song here.
Whoa. Something positive came out of Equestria
I
Girls?
can't believe it.
We love to see it.
Actually, Equestria Girls Forgotten Friendship was actually pretty good.
Dang. Freeze frames!
Freeze frames! So, over the course of the show, I decided to take pictures of moments that I felt I needed to pause and look at for a couple seconds.
Well said.
So, we're going to go through them, and while I'm going through them, each one of you, I'd like to pick which one you think is your favorite, just for
Okay.
science's reasons.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We're going to go through these as kind of
Science.
science. All right.
Wow.
Luke's maxing. Oh my gosh!
I want to mention that the image quality is part of the show.
Oh, was this like a music video they were watching?
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Is that Pinkie Pie?
This is Pinkie Pie.
Is she in a boy band?
This one I documented because this looks like real text. I think it says tools of the trade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I don't know what's up with that. But yeah.
Dang.
That's an orange tongue.
That's disturbing.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna blink because she thinks she was gonna miss something, so she wet her eyes with her tongue.
Ew.
Oh, that's so upsetting. Wait, is that Muffin? No, it's
No,
not.
that's
Never
not
mind.
Muffin.
My fault.
This one illustrates that her hair is actually, she can move it autonomously.
Free headstock.
This is from the Leprechaun episode.
That is some whimsy right
This
there.
is also from the Leprechaun episode.
Oh my gosh, look at what's his name. Is that Buck?
Is that Big Mac?
That's Big Mac.
Big Mac. My fault. It's Buck, Big Mac, same thing.
That's Muffin.
There we go.
This is actually, both of these are from a load-bearing episode.
Well, yeah, it's got Princess Celestia in it.
Yeah, see, all three of these characters, these are the three main topics of this
She's
slide.
wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
The three main topics of this slideshow, we haven't even heard about them once yet.
Relax.
So dressed like dads.
Hey,
Hey, I
that
have to.
one. Yeah.
That's a really good one. Is she asking for forgiveness?
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
This is an Equestria Girls screenshot.
That's horrifying to me. Look at the fidget spinners.
And this was just, I took a picture because I wanted to see what the picture was. Cool, so what was your guys' favorites of this?
It was near the beginning. It was Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash? Was
So
it?
is the Rainbow Dash in the?
The Grinch.
Yeah.
I Want to Steal Christmas one?
I like the Pinkie Pie one where she's taking a picture with her little lizard.
Okay.
I like two. Can you go back 4? That one. And then go back 2. That one. And then go up 4. Nope. One more. Yeah. I know exactly. It makes you
You
feel
do them
something.
so fast.
Oh, sorry, homie.
I like the tired pony one where they're hunting for leprechauns.
Yeah, that was good.
That was
The red guy.
Yeah.
Callista.
Mm.
Did you already pick one?
Mhm.
What did you say?
I liked Pinkie Pie and her lizard.
Oh, right.
Cool.
I want all of those pictures for gift
Alright.
purposes.
Now, this is the worst part of the show. And I say worst, the hugest missed opportunity and the most unanswered questions of the show. Before we continue, some fast facts, some data.
Thanks.
In My Little Pony, there are 14 two-parter episodes. 7 of them introduce a villain. 1 of them reveals a pre-existing character to be a villain. 1 of them, the Everfree Force is the villain. It's just the force gets out of control.
Ooh.
1 of them, the weather, is the villain. And 1 of them, the racism, is the villain.
Ooh.
The other 3 episodes reuse villains from the previous two-parters. Of those 8 villains, 4 of them get reformed. The other 4 do not. 3 of them get turned into stone for eternity, and 1 of them gets obliterated.
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 What does
Define
obliterated
obliterated.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
there was a big beam of light, and then he dissolved.
Okay, so murdered.
He
Well-
was effectively murdered.
Effectively, except for the fact that who made the beam of light happen? Was it just like a higher power, or was it like?
It was, so Twilight Sparkle and her friends all held hands, and
They don't have hands.
they held hooves, and
They can't.
they said that you can never beat the power of friendship, and then a beam of light shot out from them and obliterated this guy.
So
That
friendship
sounds like
killed the
dead.
man.
They
Friendship killed the man.
Also, in the MLP movie, there was a villain who was introduced in that movie, and he was killed in the movie, but unintentionally.
I need more explanation from this.
Okay, so the villain had a gimmick where he would turn. He had these little like grenades that would turn you into stone, and they were having this fight on this balcony, and he threw one of the grenades, and one of the former henchmen of the villain took it for the team.
Oh my gosh.
Jumped in the way,
Oh.
and since she was so close to him, the area of effect of the grenade turned them both into stone, and he fell off of the balcony and shattered into a million pieces.
Did the henchman get saved?
She did get saved.
That's nice.
Yes. So I guess I can't factor that one in because it was unintentional, but
Yeah.
still, little weird.
Can't believe friendship.
It's still the
kills the man.
same as getting turned into stone for eternity.
Yeah, but
It's just the stone broke.
but the problem was that it wasn't a sentencing. It was just this happened.
Wait, they were sentenced to stone
Yes.
for eternity
Of
by.
these 9 villains, 5 of them were introduced as having previously escaped a sentence to eternal banishment or imprisonment.
Okay, so you can escape being turned to stone for eternity.
Yes, but only if you're Discord. Across these 14 episodes, 7 eternal banishment / imprisonment sentences are sentenced, and 3 of them are lived out in full.
Dang.
Wait, 3 of them are, so eternity passes.
Effectively, yeah. They are in stone and they never come back.
Okay.
This makes for a total of at least 12 times that Princess Celestia intended to banish a person for eternity.
She's got some anger
She handed
issues.
out 12 death sentences.
Yes, and of the
Life sentences.
and of the 3 who actually ended up living out their full sentences, all of them showed the capability of reformation.
Oh,
Um,
the system can work.
all right, the primary case study is Luna. This is her first. This is the first instance of an banishment in the show.
Home Slice, is that not her sister?
That's right. So, season 1, episode 1 commemorates the 1000th year anniversary of Luna's banishment. The conflict arose because, as you all should know, Princess Celestia is in charge of raising the sun, and she's in charge of rule the day. And Princess Luna raises the moon and is in charge of ruling the night. And Princess Luna got upset because everybody was sleeping through the night and enjoying and playing and having fun in the day. And she was like, the night's so beautiful, I don't know what the deal is. And so she lashes out and she's like, hey, you know what, I'm not lowering the moon. We're just doing night now. And so she sent him away to the moon.
It feels like there could have been a diplomatic solution.
Okay. Anyway.
Hey, I think you're onto something.
Another thing worth noting, because this is what the primary argument against my thesis here is that Princess Luna wasn't actually sent to the moon, Nightmare Moon was sent to the moon, which is her evil alter ego.
Okay.
However,
But if they're one and the same.
in Luna Eclipsed, she's remorseful as herself, and she is able to turn into Nightmare Moon to scare some little kids for Halloween. So if she has the power to turn into Nightmare Moon, she's just Nightmare Moon. Also in Equestria Girls, The Legend of Everfree, Twilight Sparkle reflects on how she turned into her evil version in Equestria Girls, The Friendship Games, and they realized that the evil is inside of us all along and that we are actually the same. So assuming that Twilight's evil version is the same as Luna's evil version, which is the same as Celestia's evil version, they're the same person. Just needed to clear that up. If one of you were a big My Little Pony guy, this would have caused this had to be covered.
Would this be like a hot take, or would this be just like you figured it out?
I figured it
Okay.
out. Cool. After Luna rejoins society, it doesn't go. It's not great.
Wait. Short recap.
Oh yeah. No.
Princess Celestia handed out 12 life sentences throughout the show. Life sentences / death sentences.
/ eternity
In stone.
in hell, stone. Some of them were in hell, Tartarus, which is in Greek mythology the place under the underworld, the super hell.
It's where you put all the type.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, another thing.
Yeah, continue.
So Princess Celestia is in charge of making the sunrise, and there used to be someone that was named Luna who was in
I remember that much. I did watch a little bit of this when I was like
Okay.
5.
All right, cool.
And
Dubs.
Luna was
Sorry,
sentenced to hell for eternity.
Life on the
without
moon.
parole.
It was the moon
Life on the moon.
Yeah.
Without parole. Life on the moon.
without parole.
with no parole.
The moon, at least, is the moon. It's not.
With no trial, with
Fire.
no attempted diplomacy. Nothing.
Well,
And she's
I don't
served-
think that there's the same
lonely.
justice system.
Yeah.
And
Really?
she's served for 1,000 years.
It's like it's worse than solitary.
And when she returned,
And also, again,
she had difficulty rejoining society because her language was antiquated.
Oh wow!
everybody thought that she was a monster, Nightmare Moon, because after 1,000 years of celebrating a holiday of banishing Nightmare Moon, and a secondary holiday called Nightmare Night, where it's like Nightmare Moon's gonna come and steal all your candy or whatever. It's Halloween, but like, the villain of Halloween is her. And then in Do Princesses Dream of Electric Sheep, season 5, episode 13,
Magic sheep.
whatever, she was revealed to have created a mythical creature called the Tantabus that inhabits her brain, and every time she sleeps, it gives her the same nightmare as a sort of self-flagellation punishment for her deeds. Which is crazy. That this happened in this show.
I'm gonna have to watch this show now.
And
They're
then
making this show sound really dark.
This is a children's show, and it's just like, and she did magical self-harm.
Yeah.
It's because he's picking up on the subtle cues.
yeah, most of this is all pretty well masked, but
it's there.
This is there, and that's why I'm doing this
That's
slideshow.
what I'm saying. It's like, this sounds really dark, but if I were to watch it, it'd be My Little Pony.
Yeah. And
Because
the
you
end
have
of
to wake up and get out of the psychic prison
in
when
the
you're
end of
watching
Do
it.
Princesses Dream of Magic Sheep, she forgives herself and destroys the Tantabus.
Aw,
Celestia's not in that episode.
good. She's on my list right now.
Cool. Now you know about Luna. Now we're going on to Discord. Confirmed, she intended to keep him in stone forever. She and Luna both imprisoned Discord before Luna's imprisonment, and then he broke out for a short time, just because they don't ever explain it. He just got out. Like, okay.
'Cause he's a silly guy.
As he's a silly guy. But they used the elements of harmony to turn him back into the show. Like 4 episodes later, Princess Celestia rolls up with a statue to the main 6. And she's like, you know, he's actually the most powerful character in the show. She's like, if we get this guy good, he can do so much for us. So he's like, how about you guys try and reform him so that we can use him. And so they're like, all right. And so Fluttershy reforms him so that Celestia can use him as a god.
Wow.
I do have a minor question.
Yeah.
So you said that he marries Fluttershy?
It's implied, yeah.
I thought the main 6 were like not adults.
They are full adults.
Okay.
The whole time.
Okay.
From episode 1
I
all the way to the
But
end.
also this is
they were children.
Yeah.
That's so valid. So did I. But also, when the implication of marriages and children happen, they're
It was a time jump to where they were elderly.
Regardless, he's ancient.
He is ancient.
But technically, if she's an adult and he's ancient, it's still legal.
My
I'm
problem isn't legal, it's
I
moral.
hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Because, like, they could just say, oh, it's legal in the show, and it's legal.
Moving on. Okay. Cozy Glow. This is when things get crazy.
Is that baby horse?
This is a
have a cutie mark?
child horse. She is introduced in season 8, episode 12, Marks for Effort, where she is a completely normal kid.
Misguided.
She's flunking her friendship classes at the School of Friendship.
The School of Friendship.
Yes.
Girl! I wanna go to school for
And the Cutie Mark Crusaders tutor her. And the Cutie Mark Crusaders, throughout this episode, really want to join the School of Friendship because it's way cooler than normal school. But Twilight is like, you actually guys are great friends and you already know how friendship works. It would be stupid to have you guys.
This is a reform school?
This is kind of a reform school.
Whoa.
But not really, because all of the kids didn't do anything bad. They were just like learning about friendship, because friendship is magic.
It's like therapy.
It's like therapy, but
Ooh.
it's like pre-therapy. Like nothing bad happened. They're just like preemptively.
Counseling, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do they like
You
learn
can go to
math?
therapy without having a problem first.
Do
Okay.
they learn math and shit at
Yeah,
this
they do.
school? Okay.
I also wondered that, but yeah, eventually they did. We walked in on a history lesson.
So no confirmed math, but confirmed history.
It's implied.
Maybe they were just learning about the history of friendship.
That they were learning about the history of friendship.
Shh.
Their first friends were Cain and Abel, and then it went really bad. So they don't talk about it.
Anyway, so they really want to join the school, and Twilight says no because they already know friendship. So Cozy Glow, who's being tutored by them, decides to intentionally tank her friendship exam to prove that her tutors are bad and don't know anything about friendship, so that they can join the school and be friends with her. But Twilight Sparkle gets really mad at all three of them and is like, "You're never gonna talk to my students again." She's like, and then Cozy Glow confesses out of her own free will that she was like, "I didn't mean to get them in trouble. I did this on purpose because they wanted to be my friends." And they run off into the sunset. Look, there she is right there. They're all running, and they are friends. These are friends ponies. It's implied that they continue tutoring her.
Okay.
In season 8, episode 25 and 26, she attempts to take over the school and get rid of all of the magic in the world and become the Empress of Friendship. Because she discovers that friendship is really quite powerful.
Oh my gosh.
And so the more friends that she has, the more power that she has. She wants to become the most powerful pony in Equestria by taking over the School of Friendship and getting everybody to like her.
I can't believe
It's still a child, right?
She's still a child. Look at this. That is a child pony. And then so at the end,
they do not send her to Tartarus.
they send her to Tartarus.
No, they don't.
They do.
Boom. They can't do that.
They-
It's not. No.
They send her to Tartarus.
They don't. You know. I don't think. I can't. You don't understand. Okay. No. Okay. Because children,
Yeah.
the juvenile justice system
Yeah.
is different on purpose.
Not in Equestria.
Okay, but I don't think anybody seems to be thinking with their heads right now.
They send her to Tartarus.
This is really upsetting to me. We can't. No.
That's basically they just murdered. They executed a child.
Well, they didn't execute her because she's in a little cage in a deep dark cave right next to.
Forever.
Is there fire and brimstone?
There's not fire and brimstone, but there are these big spikes and there's a 3-headed dog.
Girl.
So I would like to point out that if your concept of an afterlife is hell, going to hell, regardless of whether you got there via violent means.
Oh,
is
or we're
death.
just like moved into hell? Yeah, I guess that's a good
that's
point.
still
But
death.
see, but if you go to hell, there's usually implied that there's no way of getting out. But technically, she could come out of Tartarus because people come out of Tartarus, right? Like
Yeah.
the Gar escaped
Like,
villains.
Lord Tyrek, her cellmate, did escape
Cellmate.
her Tartarus in. I guess they were both in separate cages.
This like
but they were right next to-
8-year-old's cellmate,
No, literally.
who
Anyway,
is an adult, I'm presuming.
yes. So
What?
Oh my gosh, she's back.
this is Lord Tyrek, who was in Tartarus next to her.
No!
This is Cozy Glow,
No!
and
That's
this
awful.
is Queen Chrysalis, who never went to Tartarus. She escaped, but she did try and take over Equestria and prevent Shining Armor and Princess Cadence's marriage.
Who is that? Is that Celestia's parents?
No, Shining Armor is Twilight's brother and older brother, and Princess Cadence is her former babysitter. Yeah, she's the one who was going to steal her fiance.
Her brother and
Her former babysitter.
that's a weird relationship.
Well, because if you're babysitting a child, it's like if you have like a sibling 10 years older than you.
Okay.
There shouldn't. It's.
I know, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Her
just
hair
the
is
reason.
cool.
It's probably just the reason they met.
All right.
Oh no!
So-
It's a baby with a bunch of adults. No.
So in
A bunch of evil adults.
I'm just gonna.
So in episode 1 of season 9, Discord, presenting himself as, I think his name is Grax, or something like that. So presenting himself as one of the ancient evil overlords, busts them out. Because why he does it doesn't really matter. It was well intentioned, sort of.
To break a child out of a.
Okay, so all right. So at the start of season 9, Princess Celestia goes up to Twilight Sparkle and is like, "Hey, me and my sister want to retire. We're done with this. We would like you to be the princess of Equestria." But I understand that that's a lot to handle it, so we're going to give you some time. When you're ready, I want to be done. So the whole point of season 9 is Twilight Sparkle getting ready to be the Princess of Equestria. And Discord is like, shoot, I know she just needs confidence, so I'm going to bust out her 3 worst enemies, and I'm going to get them to try and take over Equestria. Don't worry, I'm a safety net. I'll just send them back to hell. But she won't need me because she'll banish them, and then she'll have to have defeated her 3 worst enemies all at the same time. There's nothing she can't do.
Okay, that's kind of cute. W Discord.
Yeah, doesn't work.
No, of course not. But I like the thought process.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, anyway, so Discord busts them out and is like, all right, guys, we're going to get Twilight Sparkle. But the reason you guys all failed before is because you weren't using friendship, which is actually the most powerful thing in the universe. So you guys have to work together. And so in order to work together, I'm giving you a side quest that doesn't matter to go and steal this magical artifact. So he sends them out to steal this magical artifact. And so this whole episode, they slowly, they sing a baller tango song about a better way to be bad. And they each sort of help each other out and learn, and then at the end, they're standing on the cliff after having achieved the artifact, and they're like, helping people that felt really good. And the T-Rex is like, all this time stealing magic from ponies, and I could have been. And then Chrysalis is like, guys, they're getting to you. We gotta get. This is a disease. Friendship is a disease. Twilight Sparkle needs to be defeated.
Oh.
And they're like, yeah, you're right. Sorry, you're right.
Oh man!
That was their off ramp that they missed. In the series final showdown.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
They are all turned to stone.
Why is he suddenly way less buff?
Because his magic makes him buffer. And the whole thing is that they were stealing magic. So they went and they stole magic from the thing, whatever, they haven't done it.
So glad you noticed that, because I was like, why does he look different now?
Yeah. But because they were operating off of stolen magic, Celestia has no reason to attempt to reform them like she did Discord. And so she will never
Oh dang.
Dude, you should be one of those people on YouTube that makes like video essays about like why like Princess Celestia is the most insidious ruler or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Those, like clickbaity
Yeah.
Now,
You
I'd
can be
watch.
the next screen rant, but don't do AI content.
in Celestia's defense,
He wouldn't.
Equestria is a utopia. More on that later.
Did you ever take the sci-fi and literature course?
I never did. Interesting about Equestria?
No, about utopias not being utopias.
Yeah.
I just taught that. It's so
Cool.
fun.
So there's clearly one missing episode here that addresses all of this. My fix to this is you don't delete the final battle. It was a great battle. They learned about the value of friendship and how to never give up. And they shot their friendship beam after they all held hands. It's exactly what you want in a final episode of My Little Pony.
Never back down, never won.
But this is how I propose the episode instead go. Chrysalis and what do you think is worse, getting turned into stone or getting sent to Tartarus?
They're
Stone.
both equally bad.
What? Stone is worse.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if you're self-aware.
You are self-aware.
Okay, unless
That's awful.
you're put in the middle of town square, because then at least you get to kind of eavesdrop and you like got something to look
No, they're
for.
put in like a forest.
Oh, then yeah, no, Tartarus.
Okay.
At least you can talk to your cellmate.
That's true. They talk
Sorry,
about.
they just like stick them in a little forest full of other statues?
I think so. Yeah.
That's really creepy.
That's horrifying.
That's like, I'm going to embalm, I'm going to like taxidermy your corpse and stick you here.
Anyway.
While you're still living.
So
Yeah.
this is how I propose it goes instead. They shoot their friendship beam, and Tyrek and Chrysalis get turned to stone. But Cozy is so small that she the beam missed her.
She's a baby.
And they're like, no matter, we'll just send her to hell. And then she's like, no, wait, don't send Tyrek and Chrysalis to eternity as a stone. Send them to Tartarus with me. We can trade. I'll be a stone. Like, she's like begging for a better fate for her friends.
Aww.
And then they realize that she has the capability for kindness, which she does.
So wait, this is your fanfiction.
This is my fanfiction. One of 2 fanfictions in this slideshow. And they send her to a non-Tartarus correctional facility, and they learn how to be friends and re-enter society. Fluttershy is 100% capable of this.
Yep.
She has reformed probably 6 villains in the course of the show. So this is how you would solve this problem, but they didn't. They put her in Stone for Eternity. So this is Tartarus.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh, this is upsetting.
So when they roll up to Tartarus,
Out of pride.
what?
Is that a pun?
No, that's me being stupid.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe.
Okay, so they roll up to Tartarus in the School of Rays because Cozy Glow makes it seem like Tyrek is doing all of this, and they're like, "How's he doing this from Tartarus?" So they go and talk to him. And there are all these cages, and there are there's bugbears and like chimeras and like cockatrice, just mythical creatures that are capable of violence, but they're also just like animals. Like they're like bears in here.
What?
And that's crazy. But it's revealed that this is just what happens to people who are bad. They go into Tartarus forever. Or until they die, I guess. Yep. All right, and that is never questioned once in the show. No, it has actually questioned just once. I forgot. By Luna.
Smart. I mean, of course, the people who are a victim of this system are going to be upset about it.
Between Dark and Dawn, Luna and Celestia go on vacation, and they decide to take turns doing what Luna wants and then what Celestia wants, and then they eventually there gets to be friction, and they start eventually arguing. And Luna says, "I bet you wish I never came back, so you can still rule day and night."
Woo!
And Celestia denies it, but this is the closest we ever get to pointing out that Celestia might not be completely justified. And I think that that's crazy. This is, by the way, just for a little lore, this is Celestia's evil counterpart, Daybreaker.
Oh.
Who never comes to be in the show, but in a dream sequence is shown to be real.
Interesting.
So second fanfiction of the show. This episode needs to happen. Probably before Do Princesses Dream of Magic Sheep, or instead of, but I really liked this episode, so I hope they keep it.
In your fantasy world.
In my fantasy world.
I hope they keep it too.
Nightmare Moon comes back. She's like, "Dude, I don't know what's going on. Luna's evil again." And she's just frustrated, and they get in a big argument and whatever. I just think that they need to address this. There's one episode. There could be just one episode about this. It just needs to happen. I don't know what the deal is, but it needs to happen. But it doesn't. All right. That's it. But now you know about that.
Send the child to hell for eternity.
They send her to hell for eternity.
Oh, honey.
I know.
Okay.
And then she escapes and they turn her into stone for eternity.
That's right. Cool. Okay. Now for my favorite part of the show.
Can you get a water bottle real quick?
Yeah, sure. Can you give me one too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how you would. No, I do know how you would fix that. They could get in an argument, big old crash out. They are always tense. In every scene with Luna and Celestia, they're always like
I would imagine
they're stepping on each other's toes, and they're always tense, which is never really resolved.
I get it's a kid's show, but do you think you could ever forgive someone who sends you to solitary confinement for 100 years?
Well, the thing is
No, for eternity.
that it was for 1,000 years is how much she actually served.
Okay. Okay, so that's for the best part of the show.
Now for the best part of the show.
Have you gotten any insight into this already?
No, I have not.
He's been very secretive.
The
He
life
was
and lore.
asking for advice on making this pretty, but then when I was like, "Can I see it?" He said, "No, it's spoilers."
Of the cross-eyed pony. Luckily, none of you have watched
You
this
guys
show
so much for
because this is a controversial topic.
I could never miss this.
Who is this mysterious pony? She appears first in episode 1 when Pinkie Pie throws a housewarming party for Twilight Sparkle. Yes,
Did you notice her in episode 1?
I did not.
When did you notice her? Did you notice her on your own?
I did notice her on one. I couldn't tell you the exact moment I knew about her, but I do know that it was after season 2, episode 14. More on that later. She was likely created from an animation error, as in the many frames leading up to this frame. Is she cross-eyed in this frame?
Yes.
She is.
Yeah. She has normal eyes, but in this one she has cross eyes. And whatever. In season 5, episode 9, she has a line, a speaking role, and in the credits she's listed as being named Muffins, which is a very controversial fact. More on that later. Okay, we're gonna talk about her early life. So this pony appears in so many episodes.
Do you know the number?
I don't know the number.
Okay.
I think it's in the 40s. So she's seen in a flashback in The Cart Before the Ponies, in the image just previously, as being a child in Ponyville. She was participating in the Ponyville Derby, which every town has their own derby, including Cloudsdale. But she didn't participate in the Cloudsdale Derby, she participated in the Ponyville Derby, which leads me to believe that she was born and raised in Ponyville. However, she was seen in Cloudsdale in flashbacks, both before and after the Ponyville flashback. And she was seen as an adolescent in Ponyville in a different slideshow, in a different episode.
You're doing great. We're so
Thanks. So I'm saying she's a Ponyville pony.
Okay, heard.
Why she's in Cloudsdale? We'll get on that later. I have a theory. Hobbies and skills. She's an excellent flyer, or at least she used to be. So when she was in Cloudsdale, she was part of the competitive champion of the Senior Flappers Club. Yeah, so she's apparently a really good flyer and competed competitively. That's why she was in Cloudsdale. She travels for competitions. She enjoys creative pursuits, as she won the most creative award in the Cart Before the Ponies Derby. And she's known to be friends with the Doctor in Bulk Biceps.
Doctor Who?
Yeah, he's based off of Doctor Who. Bulk Biceps, it's worth noting, in Equestria Girls, she's implied to be in a relationship with Bulk Bicep, but is not implied in My Little Pony Friendship with Magic. So I think that's just an Equestria Girls thing. But there are confirmed people who have crushes on people in the Equestria Girls universe, and then their real world counterparts don't have crushes on them.
Is the real world implying Ponyville?
Yes,
or
Gwyneth.
implying with
Yes,
them-
Gwyneth. The
with
Ponyville is the real one.
But they're humans in Equestria Girls.
Aren't they still funky colors?
Yes, they are some
Yes,
colors.
but people come in all shapes.
And Spike is a dog.
That's fair.
But Spike is a dog. I know because he's subhuman. They don't respect him.
They don't.
Does he talk?
Yes. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Hmm.
No, that's okay. When Spike travels to the Equestria Girls world, he is a talking dog. The Spike native to the Equestria Girls world does not talk.
What
naturally.
does that mean?
But when exposed to magic from Equestria in one of the final scenes of, I believe, the Rainbow Rocks movie, he gains the ability to talk, and he's like, "Whoa, that's crazy." And then he talks for the rest of the movies.
Are we gonna get Spike lore at some point in this?
No.
You can make a separate slideshow.
I could. That's a really
About
interesting. area.
why does Spike not have rights?
Yeah, that's actually his relationship to Twilight Sparkle is likened to 3 different things across the show. At first, he's like her homunculus save boy. And then slowly it gets spun as like a mother-son thing. And that's the golden age of Spike and Twilight's relationship. And those episodes are usually really cute and like when... and then the final episode that deals with Twilight and Spike makes it like he's her little brother, which was kind of weird because it was in season 9 and we were really leaning on this like mother-son thing. There's also a comic that they released about Twilight Sparkle raising Spike as a child, and it was spun like a sort of like a single mom teenage pregnancy situation. It was a very controversial comic.
That's a really interesting creative decision.
Okay.
Like, that's cool, but like, why are they making Twilight Sparkle like suffering?
I don't know. And she was like in college. She was like trying to receive an education, whatever.
I still cannot believe that they're all adults.
They are all adults. They are all
Makes
adults.
No sense in my brain.
This
from
is
the knowledge that
them
I
being
have.
adults is my favorite part of the show. She works at the post office.
That's so cute.
But I thought her cutie mark was muffins.
Her cutie mark is Bubbles. Her name is Muffins.
Oh,
That's
She works at the post office.
really?
What does it mean?
What do bubbles have to do with postal delivery?
It doesn't.
Bubbles float.
She's
So
not living
just
up to
doing
her
something
cutie
that
mark.
She isn't the most amazing.
No.
That's-
Bubbles float around.
I see Murphy's onto something. More on this later, but I believe that her destiny is flying. She's meant to be a great flyer.
Yeah, like Bubbles.
Like Bubbles, like Rainbow Dash. You know how Rainbow Dash is always like, I want to join the Wonderbolts. She's super competitive. She's like, I'm going to be the best flyer in Equestria. That's the same as this one. Anyway, she's in charge of a card printing service. I believe that she is part of a privatized mail thing, like UPS or whatever. FedEx, because she is wearing a different, this is a different mail carrier pony, and he has a badge. It is a different color uniform, and she's got this one.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she's seen as higher, she was described, look, watch this clip.
Oh my gosh, there's a clip.
I really messed up on those invitations. I feel just awful, Doc.
Perhaps that explains why I never got mine.
I told Cranky I could get them printed for cheap, but that meant hiring some pony with no experience using a printing press. Oh, I wish there was a way I could go back in time and fix all this.
Was just good? I thought I meant it end. Okay, anyway. I'm pretty sure she's either in charge of the postal service and hiring people, or she has a private business because she's hiring people and providing a card printing service. This is her only other speaking role, and it serves as a character witness. You get to understand what she's all about. So we're gonna do it. This is the Christmas special, by the way.
Oh, hi, Rarity. How can I help you? I expected a package today, and I was wondering where that might be. Oh, okay. Let's check. Name? Rarity? Oh, here we go. Your package was delivered to Sweet Apple Acres. What? It was supposed to be delivered to Rarity's boutique. Okay, but now the package was for Applejack, and she is at Sweet Apple Acres. Yes, it's for Applejack, but I will be delivering it. That's my job. It's a gift for Applejack from me. What if she opens it? It shouldn't go to Sweet Apple Acres. Oh, wait. It went to Sweet Acorn Orchard instead. Oh, well, that's a relief. Why is that a relief? Because Applejack's not in collect the package and deliver it to her? No! May I have the address for Sweet Acorn Orchard? I think I'll just collect the package myself. Are you sure? Because I would be happy to. You have helped so much already. Break time!
I love her.
Okay. Now let's talk about the nature of her injury. This is the most famous picture of her. This is in a flashback. She's in adolescent pony proportions. Proportions are critical. Take note of this. Look at those wings. Those are developed wings. So this leads most of. By the way,
It's Granny Smith Apple.
yeah. This was a whole episode about. This was a whole ordeal and had nothing to do with her.
Okay.
It's worth noting that this slideshow was written in the order I learned things. So I later discovered that this is a very important image in the fandom, who apparently are also really invested in this. But I swore off the internet when I began this quest. So that I could draw my own opinions and my own theories as to what happened. Because as soon as I started seeing this girl multiple times, I'm like, I know that the internet has been tracking this pony, but I'm gonna track her on my own. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I saw this scene and I was like, oh, her injury is an acquired one. There was some kind of incident. Yes.
For her eyes?
For her eyes.
Okay. But I thought she was a baby with it.
See, that's right.
But then, when I started to win competitions, which didn't take very long, by the way.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you catch that? She's, first of all, proportions for child. Balls.
Watch your mouth.
Balls. How can I? She's
But then,
straight
when I
eyes.
started to win competitions,
Oh my
Slightly more
gosh.
crooked,
which didn't take
slightly
very
more
long, by
crooked,
the way.
Slightly more crooked.
Whoa.
Did you guys
What?
catch that?
Yeah. Whoa.
Progressive illness. This is her first shot where she's got her normal
And she
eyes.
slowly places
And she places
lower.
lower.
Whoa.
And
So sad.
so you're like, okay, did she hit her head like a bunch of times? But no, because she's a gold medalist competitive flyer. She's good at flying. She doesn't hit her head. So this is probably some kind of genetic defect that she had no power over.
Yeah.
And the adolescent pony picture was probably a failed corrective procedure. Regardless of how she got this thing, she could no longer compete competitively after acquiring her injury. She placed lower and lower and lower. She's described as being clumsy. She's mocked by Rainbow Dash in a number of episodes.
Dang.
Aww.
That's so neat.
So very inclusive of people with injuries.
In the Olympics episode, she is a sub for Rainbow Dash on the aerial relay team after Fluttershy and Bulk Biceps, who are both confirmed to be really bad at flying, which means that they have no hope for her. And when Rainbow Dash fakes an injury and she subs in, Twilight Sparkle says, guys, I don't think we're gonna win. And this is the shot. They're all like, yeah, you're right. And she's like, that's important later. What does this mean? So her motor skills were significantly impacted. I don't believe that her injury caused any difference in her mental faculties. I think that if she was a little spacey, she was like that before. Because her behavior in the flashbacks are the same before and after. And she's a business owner and she does trivia, so if it did affect her, it wasn't a negative effect. Yes, Gwenna?
Okay, I want us to think about the fact that if some sort of head injury, if some sort of trauma did cause it,
Yeah?
head trauma
Yeah.
and ADHD are linked if you have the head injury early in life.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of people perceive spaciness to be
Uh-huh.
an ADHD situation where it's just misunderstood. So that's always that
You
aspect.
think that she's got ADHD?
Is potentially
It was a progressive thing, though.
well. I think you ruling out multiple head injuries a little too quickly.
Multiple head. She's a pro flyer.
Yeah, so she might not be like a pro sitting in a baseball stadium.
All
Like, I don't know.
right.
Just throwing it out there.
Anyway, so she frequently bumps into things, and when she's seen flying after her injury, she flies like a butterfly in the wind. She's like sort of crooked and yeah.
There's a disorder that's like post-concussive disorder where you continually have symptoms well beyond the usual recovery.
Cool. So this is it. We solved the problem, right? We figured it all out? Wrong. I missed a scene. So in season 2, episode 14 was her actual first line. And I was playing Slay the Spire or something. I wasn't paying attention.
Lock back in, son.
So when I finished the slideshow, and I was like, all right, we figured out the life and the lore of the cross-eyed pony. I went on the internet, and they were all calling her Derpy Hooves was her name. This is a 2010s show, guys, relax. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they cited this as their source for her true name.
They think that they named her that?
They think that her name is Derpy.
Okay.
And this is because originally it was. When scene 1, when she appeared in scene 1, they were like, hey, look at this cute pony, I'm going to call her Derpy. And so the fans like sort of made a little monument to this character called her Derpy. And so the writers were like, sure, why not? Her name is Derpy. But that began, people began saying like, this is kind of mean. Like, you're being mean to this pony. And the representation is bad. And so they had this scene in season 114, and then they changed it. So this is both versions of this scene.
Whoa. This is the greatest thing ever.
Now, careful, Derpy! I don't want to do any more damage than you've already done. I just don't know what went wrong. Yeah, it's a mystery. Nice work, Rainbow Dad! You okay, Rainbow Dad? Anything I can do to help? No, nothing. In the name of Celestia, just sit there and do nothing. My bad.
I want to thank Applejack in advance for generously offering up her prize money to fix Town Hall.
Yeah, Applejack! Woo!
Girl.
Now careful. I don't want to do any more damage than you've already done. I just don't know what went wrong. Yeah, it's a mystery. Nice work, Rainbow Dad! You okay, Rainbow Dash? Anything I can do to help?
You can still hear the old voice under it.
Nothing. In the name of Celestia, just sit there and do nothing. My bad. Applejack, woo!
It's still not great.
Okay, so what changed? Voice changed, and Rainbow Dash no longer called her Derpy. They covered up the name. She is still being kind of bullied by Rainbow Dash. After doing further research, her name was changed 3 times.
Wow.
From Derpy Hooves to Ditsy Doo.
Oh gosh.
To Bubbles, and then eventually to Muffins. Muffins is the only one that actually has evidence in the show, as they list her in the credits as Muffins, and they've never listed her in any credits. Even in the last episode, she wasn't in the credits for it as Derpy in the original one. She was only ever listed in the credits as Muffins.
So which version did you see?
I saw the first one, and I still was just not paying attention.
So when was it changed?
Well, I watched My Little Pony on YouTube.
Oh, right.
So yeah. It was like a 14-year-old video. Like I was just watching it when it came out, I guess. So yeah, there was a big controversy there. Reasonably. Also, apparently, the voice actress didn't know she was a girl when doing the first voice, so she was trying to do a boy voice then.
Okay.
Yep. Anyway, that's the controversy. The rest of this, going back to what I wrote before I learned about that, that was just a little note, because if you go on the internet, her Wikipedia article is listed as Derpy Hooves, even though her name is canonically Muffins. And that is how I knew her.
Canonically Muffins, new band name, I call it.
Oh, man!
This is a scene from the Equestria Girls, or not the Equestria Girls movie, the My Little Pony movie.
Can you write that down and text it to me?
Where she tanks one of the turns you into stone grenades for Twilight Sparkle. Saving her from being turned into stone. She's reverted at the end.
Okay.
But she took a bullet for the Princess of Friendship, guys. Anyway, the evidence shows that her cutie mark is meant to be in flying. She is the only pony who rests in the air, apart from Rainbow Dash. And she is clearly, really, that's what she likes to do. And that's, I believe, she chose to be a privatized male pony, because as she was... Her ambitions of being a professional flyer were crushed by her unfortunate circumstances. And she still wanted to have a career where she could fly every day. That's what she wanted to do. And I suppose because of I'm assuming because of the nature of her illness, the Postal Service did not want to hire her. So I'm assuming she created this own business so that she could deliver mail on her own.
There's no ADA and stinking
There is none. So I think that's what happened. That's why she has her own mail business. And that's what I think is her characteristic, is that she is exceedingly positive in the face of really unfortunate circumstances and really mean people. She was smiling in every podium shot, the same smile. She didn't care if she was winning or losing. She just liked the game. She liked flying.
I love her so much.
And that's why she's such a great character. Even when Twilight Sparkle said that we're gonna lose now, she shrugged her shoulders like, all right, whatever. Because she's just here for the love of the game. At a young age, she had to stare down the barrel of a life that was going to consistently wear her down. And she found a way to carve a life for herself in Equestria where she could continue to do what she loved. She could wake up in the morning and be excited for the menial tasks of the day. And this is what she does for the rest of her time. This is the elderly Muffins from the last episode is still carrying mail as she continued in this life that she made for herself, despite all of the obstacles that got in her way. I love this show. I usually feel like when I watch shows or play video games on my own without friends, I feel like feel all like this is such a waste of time. But when I finished watching this show, I was like, I don't regret spending so many hours on My Little Pony. It was a completely worthy waste of my time. I think I'm better for it. I also feel like it is in part cured some of my natural cynicism. I just think that hey, look at these friends. This is a fun little show. I watch a lot of Breaking Bad and whatever, and it was really nice to see these guys just be hey, cute little friend ponies. Apart from the hell sentence thing, I would 100% recommend. I don't know what I'm gonna do now, but I think one of the chief things that I got out of this show is that. There are adults, and I'm glad that you pointed that out. That was actually something that I drew a lot of comfort from when watching this show, is because I'm about to graduate soon, and I'm going to be an adult in the real world, and it was pleasant to see, Muffins have a job and still be hanging out with the doctor at that lunch place, and then Twilight Sparkle still makes time for all her friends. It was just nice to see that you can have friendships in the mundanity of adulthood. And that was something I gained a lot of comfort from in this show.
Wow.
Thank you for watching my slideshow.
Wow.
That was excellent.
You can see some of my bigger crash outs. Mod couple, I was like, what?
This is incredible.
Here, see, was my biggest crash out. Right here was the one where I think that Discord was being mistreated. I also mentioned I'm still upset about Cozy Glow. Yeah. This is when I watched the episode Frenemies, when I discovered, I was like, this is crazy. This is the Cozy Glow situation is crazy.
I know, but this is the ravings of a madman.
This is the song they sung, and it was cool. It was a great song. It was a great villain song.
Her being a child is still crazy, and sending her to hell is the worst thing the main characters have ever done.
Yep. So that's what we're doing.
Spell check takes your wings. Boom.
He doesn't let it dull his sparkle.
And then after this is where I began my fan fiction about Luna and Celestia fighting. After the ending of the end, the last problem. This is just my thoughts and reflections, which I told you guys already. These are my favorite episodes. Okay, and then this is where I did things that I could have written this slideshow about, but chose not to.
Oh.
Naming conventions was a big thing for me in the first 5 seasons before I completely gave up. Because there's no rhyme or reason. Did I tell you guys about this already?
No.
Applejack, his entire family has got Apple preceding their name. It's Applejack, Apple Bloom,
Granny Smith.
Apple Fritter.
Apple Fritter. That's one of her family members. Whatever. So you're like, okay, clearly Apple is the family name, and it precedes their personal name. But then in Pinkie Pie's family, they have a surname, Pie. Pinkie Pie, Maud Pie, and her other sisters who I forget. So I was like, all right, maybe this is just a different culture thing. They're from different towns. And then later, Sweetie Belle has another 2-word name, but Rarity, her sister, does not have the name Bailey. She's got the 1-word name Rarity. That's never addressed. Twilight Sparkle's brother is named Shining Armor. There's nothing there. But they're also not Earth ponies. So maybe this is a Earth ponies have naming conventions that they decided to go with their family. Fluttershy's parents, Rainbow Dash calls Fluttershy's parents Mr. and Mrs. Shy, which is weird because Fluttershy is one word, so maybe she's just being obnoxious. Fluttershy's brother's name is Zephyr Breeze.
That's crazy.
And Rainbow Dash's parents also have no consistency in their
Windy
names.
Whistles is crazy.
Don't know what the deal is with that. I just, I was gonna write about it, and then I realized there's nothing here for me. Except for, I guess, the fact that the Earth ponies have family names. That's
Bow Hatu.
Bo.
Yeah. Oh, no, this is also part of it. Diamond Tiara's mother has a maiden name. Diamond Tiara is, I think, an Earth pony. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's an Earth pony. Her father is filthy rich.
Earth pony just means like regular horse.
Yeah, it means horse. Why don't they call it horse? I don't know. Anyway,
It's ponies.
yeah. So, Diamond Tiara's
So it was Diamond Milk?
no. So Diamond Tiara's mother's name is Spoiled Rich, and before they got married, she was called Spoiled Milk.
No.
And then
What?
she
You
married,
can't have a glow up after getting married?
then she
like that?
married Filthy Rich and became Spoiled Rich.
Wow.
And then they had their daughter Diamond Tiara. So there is there's a precedent for changing your name when you get married, and they're Earth ponies, which means that they belong to the only sect that has ever had traditional naming conventions.
Oh my
But
God.
Diamond Tiara doesn't get a family name. I don't know
What was her cutie mark?
it's a Diamond Tiara.
No, Spoiled Milk.
Oh, Spoiled Milk.
Bless you.
It's a diamond ring.
It's a diamond ring.
So why was her name Spoiled Milk?
Well,
Did she change
but
her cutie
if
mark after
Muffins
marriage?
named Muffins after.
She was
She has
destined
bubbles.
for marrying rich. You know?
Their name isn't their destiny. Their name is given to them at birth, and their cutie mark is given to them however later.
Okay, their cutie mark is given. Okay, their. So there's
Nothing matters.
So there's an episode, Marks and Recreation talks about this whole lot, because there's this boy, this little young Pegasus boy, and the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Do you know who those are? No, it's Apple Bloom, Scootaloo, and Sweetie Belle. These three little kids, and their whole thing was that they were getting made fun of for not having their cutie marks yet, because apparently that happens at some point in childhood, and so like the Diamond Tiara had her cutie mark and she was making fun of them. She gets reformed, by the way. She doesn't get sent to hell.
That's nice.
We love to see it.
Anyway, so the Cutie Mark Crusaders decided what they're going to do is they're going to do a bunch of random trash. So every episode they show up in, they're like, we're skydiving today. And they're like, we're going to be baking cakes. And they're like, eventually we're going to discover something we're really good at.
They should be YouTubers.
They are in Equestria Girls.
Shut up!
So they do all sorts of things and they're bad at everything. And eventually they start like a little summer camp, because once they get their cutie marks, they get their cutie marks in finding out what your cutie mark is. That was their gimmick.
No, it's not.
It is.
That's their cutie marks?
Yeah. So now they help other ponies find their cutie marks. And so in Marks and Recreation, they start a summer camp where you can try out a bunch of different things and see what you're good at.
Okay.
And this one little Pegasus boy comes to the summer camp because his brother's making him. And this guy, this little Pegasus boy doesn't participate and intentionally fails all of the tasks. When they talk to him about it, he's like, blows him off, but eventually they talk to his older brother and they learn that his older brother is a Wonderbolt, and this boy, whose name escapes me, really wants to be like his older brother when he grows up. He wants to be a great flyer, he wants to join the Wonderbolts, and he's terrified of the idea of discovering that he's good at something else and getting his cutie mark in something other than being a flyer. So he's like, I'm not going to do anything but fly. So the only activity he ever participates in is like obstacle courses and whatever. And refuses to interact with anything else. And he eventually starts like, and there's this one girl at the camp who was really into drawing circles, is like her hobby, but she gets her cutie mark in doing haikus. And so he's like, too bad you'll never be able to draw circles. And that's just the episode. I don't really...
They were really cooking on that one.
They were.
We never got a resolution.
And the resolution was, the brother came back and was like, "Oh, silly boy, I've been getting really into cooking lately. You don't have to just do what your cutie mark is, you know." And it's like, "I'm gonna do some cooking. You should try to do some haikus or whatever." And the boy's like, "All right." And the haiku girls continue drawing circles, but she's never gonna be as good at drawing circles as she is about doing haikus. That's still pretty crazy. Anyway, my theory here is that she was named Spoiled Milk. She was born into some sort of like dairy farming family.
Dairy farming.
And she discovered her unsatiable greed in her youth and got this cutie mark for it. Regardless of the circumstances of her family, she just was super greedy. Yep.
Wow.
Does this whole thing mean that you could improve some other random skill and get better at your destined one?
No, you can't get better than your destined one.
Well, no, like if you get good at cooking while your main thing is like drawing circles, like do you get intrinsically better at drawing circles because you're getting better at cooking because you can't be better at one than the other? Is that your question, Phoenix?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That is a great question.
I really like that question too.
I think it's that you are supernaturally good at the thing your cutie mark is in, and you can't. There's no amount of practice will get you supernaturally good at something.
In this
universe.
Okay. Because I'm like,
In any universe, you can't get supernaturally good at something. You just get good at something.
right.
Naturally. So that's that. Okay.
So you're just like unachievably good at this one thing.
I think so. I
want to be super, super good at blowing bubbles with
And Apple Bloom, there was another episode about that where Apple Bloom had this nightmare that she got an extermination cutie mark. And she was like, now I'm gonna go hunt bugs. And she hated it, but she was like, the world needs me to hunt bugs. And she just chose not to hunt bugs, and the bugs overran the world.
Oh my gosh, so it's also like implying your place in the world?
Your place in the world is hunting bugs, and if you don't do that, there's a key part of society missing. And
that's wild.
No
wonder there's no death.
In her dream, she gets the bug cutie mark, and this old man shows up, and he's got like another bug cutie mark, and he's like, "Oh, thank goodness, you're the exterminator now. Here's all your gear. This is how you use it. I'm out." And he leaves.
I am retiring.
I'm retiring. And she's like, "All right." And so she becomes a bug, and she's like, "I hate this. I hate bugs." And she puts it down, and then the bugs take over the town. And she has like 6 dreams like this over the course of the show.
Twilight Sparkle's mom has a Canadian accent.
That's true.
I need to hear this clip as a person who lives really, really close to Canada.
Okay, also,
Where are you from?
Minnesota.
Yeah, that's all, and that's all my notes.
Wow.
That's really impressive.
I'm so proud of you, Ben.
Thank you.
This is really when you apply yourself, this is what you get.
I've been brainwashed by the school system to every time I finish consuming literature, I have to
Make a
make a slideshow.